Yo, what is good, y'all? This is your boy Mello, and this is my channel Agree to Disagree, where we'll be having a debate slash discussion style kind of conversation format over here. Topics that we may speak on are hip hop culture, sports, pop culture, internet drama, and relationships between men and women. So if you appreciate what I'm doing over here, please hit that like, drop a comment, and hit that sub button for the one time. Alright, y'all, it's late at night, but I had to get this one in. Tonight's topic is gonna be House Phone versus Adam22. They had gotten into a little scrimmage on the live episode. House Phone got up, threw some, I don't know if it was some food or a drink at him, and they kind of got it popping. And surprisingly, this time Adam did not run the other way when a fight was about to happen. He actually stood up, took his coat off, and acted like he was going to do something. But we know Adam's not really about that. But like I said, in this video, we're going to watch the clip of the video, and then I'm going to react. I'm going to pop in here and there and give my opinion on certain points. And then at the end, we'll do the outro. So I hope y'all appreciate this video. Make sure you hit the like, drop a comment, of course. And you want to disagree about something I said, or you want to say, yo, I agree with it, and we have a deeper conversation within the point that I made. Drop a comment, and let's get it.
How you guys doing?
Chilling.
Me getting that out of the way to start was probably even worse.
Yep. It's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you
know.
guys too.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks.
I missed y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't miss none of you. Except House Phone.
I seen your bitch ass.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, man.
So what's up? Why weren't we here last week? What happened?
Well, you hadn't responded to me, right? And then you were on the way here, but I had already told Lush and AD, like, well, he didn't respond, so I feel like he's not coming, so maybe we should just take the week off.
When the fuck have you ever felt like we needed to take the week off because of me?
When have we ever had... Well, you're right.
Nigga, you didn't try to replace him like 5 times.
That's a valid
The
question.
Tuesdays
Let's be honest.
it stays going.
All right, we're not going to rewrite history and act as if I didn't have a valid reason at that time for trying to replace
That
him.
was
after
a
some
valid enough reason for you to
extreme
cancel the whole
tardiness.
show?
No, okay. If you want to know, yes, like this whole thing has been a little challenging for me as well, and has really I've never had a time on the show where I felt like something negative happened to you in particular that made me like question the nature of our relationship and what I fucking owe to each individual host to that extent. And to be honest, I just really didn't feel like being on camera, and really didn't feel like having to come on here and like string together a podcast while I was just.
But that's because you
thinking
didn't
about.
speak. That's because you didn't speak to me though. If you would have spoke to me and I would have been like, yeah, it's all good. Like, let's fucking do the show. You would have did the show.
Yeah, but I wanted to have that conversation with you beforehand, I guess, which we
So you could
didn't
look
end
like
up doing.
so you
for
could
that.
look like the good guy.
No, I just wanted to have the conversation so that I could kind of know where we stand.
Well, you did this shit to me publicly, so let me address you publicly.
And I'm fine with that
I agree.
happening as
Bingo.
well.
That's a fact.
How long have we been working together, Adam? You think?
I'm gonna say like 2016 to be safe.
Okay.
Maybe 2015.
Like my whole problem with this whole shit is that like I never asked you to take my name out of a title. I never asked you to not lay a joke on me. I never really took any of this shit serious enough to where I really called you the way that I called you. So like you hitting me with this, I haven't been able to sleep. I haven't been able to eat. It's been bothering me. That's straight bullshit.
You
Adam.
don't believe that it's been bothering me?
Adam,
You think I'm just lying? I'm
Adam,
that sociopathic?
Yes, I 1000% believe that, and I believe that the only reason that you even give a fuck is because everybody else is calling you an asshole.
But why do
and
you
everybody
think-
else is looking at you like a piece of shit?
But you saw the text message. You saw how
Yeah, but-
strongly worded I was urging the fucking editors
But
to
at
make
the-
sure that it was taken out. Like you,
But I
you know
called
what
you.
my intentions
I
were,
called
right?
you specifically and asked you, bro. Your lack of you didn't even sound like you was even listening to me when I called you on the phone. Your tone was just, I don't give a fuck. I knew that I was wasting my breath by even asking you to edit it or.
How are you wasting your breath when you
I
saw
asked
the
you not,
text
I asked you
messages
not to
of me
put it
tell-
out. I asked you
You
not to
asked-
put it out.
You asked me to edit it out.
I
You
asked
didn't
you
tell me
not
to
to
put it out.
The first thing that I said was, can you not put it out? But I knew as soon as I came out of my mouth that I was wasting my breath because I know you and I know you're not gonna like you basically the way that you view shit is like I'm not gonna throw away this content. Oh, I filmed this thing, so I'm not gonna not
But
put it out.
I never even considered not putting it out, to be totally honest. Like I never
knew
even
that.
had that idea because I thought we're going to edit it out because I thought that the most likely scenario if we didn't put it out would be this person being so enraged that it was worse
But guess
than
what?
the situation that would have
But
played
guess
out if
what?
they just edited it out.
But guess what? That would have been a bridge we would have crossed when we would have got there. That would have had nothing to do with you. You would have been far removed from it. It would have been something I would have had to deal with on my own.
But let's rewrite this and let's say that they had properly edited everything out and there wasn't anything in that episode that
I
suggested
mean, they still
anything
would have
about
put
you.
2 and 2 together. At
No,
some
because
point.
I told them to take out everything where there was any instance of this person saying anything about anyone I knew. That was the intention.
But-
and if that had happened,
But the
which
intention doesn't matter at a certain point.
I agree. And that's
Like-
why I felt like shit about it. Is
I don't give a fuck about you
but
feeling
I
like
can't believe
shit.
that you're acting like you don't
keep
believe
trying
me.
You keep trying to do this victim white boy thing where you're trying to make it about you. It's not about you, Adam.
I understand that
Like,
you have
this shit has
clearly
permanent-
suffered a lot more from
Bro,
this. I
this
just
shit has
also want you to
permanently-
understand that this is
But
not
I don't
that
give a
easy
fuck.
for
It's
me.
not about you. It's not about you at all.
I'm not trying to
'Cause
make it
you
about
had,
me.
You had the power in your hand for it not to happen at all.
And you
This is
saw the
your
text
company.
messages of me trying
Bro, yes.
in vain to make that happen, right?
But
You saw the editor
you
come
could've-
on and apologize.
Honestly, Adam, you are so fucked in the head. I think that you took those you sent out those texts so it could look like you gave a fuck, so you could have proof. You have
Can we
screenshots.
ask? Do you
of
think
you
Michael
giving
and
a fuck.
Boston Over are liars? Do you want to question them because they all know that?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think Phone just trying to get off his feelings though.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I'm saying the
Like,
feelings I don't think are very connected to reality. When you
No,
saw
but-
how hard I
no,
went trying to
no,
get it deleted,
nigga,
right?
you're
No,
not
but you gotta
connected to reality,
let
bro.
him get his shit off.
Just
though.
let him get
Okay,
it.
let him get his shit
I
off.
want.
No,
I can't like sit here and have you lie about me either.
No,
Nigga,
but
I'm not.
he's not.
What did I lie about?
You're saying that I
That's just how he
doctored the
feels,
text
though.
messages?
It's just
I
how
said
he-
that you could have done that, and that's not something I would put past you.
But
It's
you think
honestly a lot of
everybody
shit I
in this
wouldn't.
office is in on that? You
Nigga,
think that that's
it
actually
don't
what
matter.
happened?
None of that matters, Adam, because at the end of the day, you had the power to either not release it or to make sure that you did the due diligence to edit the shit out all the way.
And that is a
you-
big part of why I feel
you
like shit
didn't
is because I
carry-
wish that I rewatched it so I could have said, hey, you guys
And guess
fucked
what?
up.
And guess what? You could wish, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that, but at the end of the day, it came the fuck out, bro. And you, at the end of the day, you could put the blame on Mikey, you could put the blame on Bossa Nova, but bro, I called you, and your fucking tone from the moment that I called you, nigga, you was typing away on the computer. It sounded like you didn't give a fuck
That is
about what I
not
was
true.
talking about.
To be honest, if I was kind of like weirdly quiet during that conversation, it was because I wasn't really sure what you were saying because you were still like denying that anything even happened, but then
Yeah, 'cause
also
what if-
really asked me to take it out. So if I was kind of quiet, it was because I was trying to wrap my head around exactly what was happening in this
At
conversation.
the end of the day, bro, that's not up to you to decide whether it happened, whether it didn't happen. I don't owe you an explanation about what the fuck I do outside of these office doors.
Man, see, that ain't even right. Like, you put that conversation out there that House Phone was at a point where he wasn't even willing to admit it. And it's like, Adam, like, stop, dude. You're digging your hole deeper and deeper. Like, let's continue.
I didn't have to tell you at that moment that it happened or it didn't happen or whatever the fuck.
Right, and I'm not saying that you owe me an explanation in that regard. I'm just saying I was trying to figure out because I was trying to figure out what the fuck we were going to do with the podcast that we just recorded.
And again, that's the problem that you don't see. You give a fuck more about a podcast and about you
But
angering
that's not
some
true
random
because I
some
tried to
random
edit the whole
person.
thing.
I
I told them to edit it. Like I know that you're mad, and I'm mad about how it all happened, but I also just don't feel like
I'm
it's
mad, I
fair
can't-
for
I
you to
couldn't
claim
see-
that I did this
Oh
on
my
purpose.
god, I've been so hurt about this, Adam. You don't give a fuck. You thought
you
that
really
you had
feel like that,
Adam.
though?
You thought that you had one up on me. You thought that you had a fucking joke. You thought it was gonna be funny. Everybody was gonna laugh at me. Haha. House phone, fuck the trans bitch. And you thought it was gonna be. You thought the backlash that you're getting. You thought it was gonna be back on me. That's what you thought.
I just don't understand. I can't believe that you actually think that that's actually what I wanted to happen.
Well, phone,
Bro,
phone.
okay, well, hold on.
That's just hard for me to
Hold on.
believe because
It's hard for you to
if
believe.
you
but
really
hold on.
think that after all these years, the connection
Bro.
between us is not a real friendship, that's good to know because that we did
I-
have a real friendship during all these years.
Bro,
If that
I
doesn't mean
see
anything to
you-
you, I'm glad that I now know.
bro, don't try to do some mental gymnastics.
I'm not doing
and flip
gymnastics.
this on me
I'm
and
just being
talk
real.
about how
You're talking as if we have never had a real friendship, and I
No, nigga.
was under a different
Okay,
impression.
all right. Let's do this then. Bro, I've been working with you for almost 7 years, bro. This is not the first time where you did some fuck ass shit and I just used to just let the shit slide. I always have had your back. I've always stood beside you. I have lost genuine friendships, genuine business connections because people didn't fuck with you back then and you know why.
I know, and that's
Nigga, my own mother looked at me like, I don't know about this guy. And I'm like, no, hold on, mom. Come on, bro. Nigga, you called me when we went on tour with Smoke Perp and Lil Pump, and you said, you can't come back on this tour because they don't want you back on the tour. And you know what I did? I sat there and I was like, you know what, bro? From a business point, I understand. I had nothing to say. Am I right or am I wrong?
no, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Bro, niggas had all type of rape allegations against you. Niggas was trying to cancel me because I knew you. Just for knowing you, I was about to get canceled.
And when you say all that shit,
Come on, bro.
that's why it was so important to me that should be edited.
It wasn't
right.
important.
Bruh, this is so sad to see. Like, you can see how affected House Phone is by this, and Adam is just kind of like he's stuck in his spot of where he wants to stand on his square of this is just content and it's whatever. But then he's also realizing, like, like a person that I considered a friend is really affected and actually like really upset with me about how I went about doing the situation. And to me it was wrong. Like that's not what friends do. Like Adam, if you said yourself you considered him a friend, why would you do that to a friend? Especially if the friend asked, yo, don't put that out. Like, I don't want that out. Or if you could tell that they were confused, or not confused, but they were hesitant on wanting to admit if it happened or not. Like as a friend, you can tell that is happening, so you should act accordingly and move accordingly to it. Like if your friend is acting kind of weird and off, then that should let you know, like, let me just stay clear of this. Like, I'm not gonna get involved. But so Adam's reaping what he sowed. Let's get back into it.
I mean, then why did I text the team and tell them to delete it?
Bro.
Like, if you really believe that. Like,
Bro.
Even if you weren't somebody that I've been close with for all these years from the beginning of the business, I still would have wanted to edit it out because I just think it's wrong for somebody who's a host on the platform to be exposed by somebody who comes on the platform like that.
You think that is wrong, but
We did the same thing for Almighty the other day on the Blueface interview.
You think that is wrong, but she commented saying some funny ass shit on your Instagram on the reel that you made with her at.
Yo, the cap is at an all-time high. Like, what is he talking about? Like, if he does not stand for that or wouldn't allow that, why would he even then allow for the video to be put out? Like, he's not making sense, and he's just looking like he's trying to save face, and he's looking like a jackass.
Listen, my whole thing is you knew from the beginning that she knew me in some capacity. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, I saw that comment that she left. I didn't even know that you did the song together.
So what was the whole purpose of the interview and all of that if you wasn't trying to be funny?
The whole purpose of the interview was because me and Danny had talked about her on that episode, and then she was like kind of offended, like halfway offended by something that I said in describing the conversation that we had in that TikTok, and she wanted to come on the show, and we figured that it would be funny. And
But
she did drop that comment, but then I asked you like, what was that? And you said, that's absolutely not true.
What was I supposed to say?
But if you had said that,
but
and
it's you, Adam. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to say?
I don't blame you for not wanting to tell me.
I'm not going to tell you anything about my
But
personal life.
if you had said exactly what happened, then I probably would have not done that because I would have known how awkward the situation was going to get.
Let me give you another example. We sat here on the old office, me, you, and AD. I told y'all, I started telling y'all a story about how I had just talked to my dad, and y'all were like, oh, like, we never heard you speak about your dad before, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, because he literally beat my mom almost to death in front of me when I was a little kid. You made a joke calling my mom a bitch in front of my face. As a joke, you made a joke about this domestic violence between my dad and my mom.
I apologize then. I
I'm
apologize
just saying,
now.
bro,
I misunderstood what the conversation was
You
about.
didn't misunderstand shit.
I mean, I
Adam.
didn't want
You
to.
be on some
The
bullshit,
tone of the
bro.
joke was not the way I meant for it to come out. I apologize. It was a
The tone of everything is not how it's meant to be come out with you, bro. You've been doing this shit for years, Adam. I don't know what type of weird animosity you got towards me. I don't know what it is,
You really
bro.
think that? You really
Yes,
think
bro.
I have animosity
Yes,
towards you?
bro.
I've given you a show on my platform. I've kept you on the platform
But you
all
give-
these years.
you
I gave
giving
you
me
a
a show-
billion fucking chances when
But
you
you-
weren't showing up. And
But you
and
knew
why?
I wasn't showing up.
Why?
Come on, bro.
Because I have always felt like me and you actually had a real friendship, which I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah, do I feel hurt that you just basically told me that you don't think that? I mean, yeah, like that was kind of surprising to me. And
Bro.
I understand how angry you are. And I
You
understand
don't.
how much
You don't understand
this
how- you
business
don't
let you
understand.
down.
You don't
Okay, well, I
understand
think
how
I have
it-
some small understanding. And
Nigga, I had to talk to my
we really
sister
let
about
you
this
down,
shit
bro.
yesterday.
Like, I 100% want you to understand how
And then
much
you're so
I get that.
pussy. You're so pussy. You couldn't even sit here and talk to me about this shit last week, nigga. You were so scared that you had to fucking cancel the
But
show.
you said that you
I've
didn't
been
wanna come
working-
in when I
nigga, you
fucking
had
told
already
you.
canceled the show.
Because
you
I
had
hadn't
already
talked to you
canceled the
yet.
show between both of them. Didn't say nothing to me. You were gonna let me just pull up here.
At that
and
point,
waste my
I had
fucking time.
texted you like 3 times that you didn't respond to.
Yeah, for what? So you could try to be like,
Because
hey,
I
bro,
was trying to
hey, bro,
engage
are
the
we on?
conversation
Are we
so we
good,
could
bro?
talk.
Hey, bro, are we good? Are we good? Like, nigga, you just want to save face. You just want to. You are so worried about looking like a bad friend that you are not like. You're so worried about looking like a bad friend versus actually being a bad friend. Like you just want.
I was trying to be a good friend. That's like the main thing. I just wish
being a
that
good
you
friend
would.
being a good friend, bro. You sold me down the river for fucking 40,000 views,
But you really
50,000
think
views,
that?
bro.
You really think that?
Bro,
Like,
you
actually
permanently altered my life. Do you
you
understand
saw
that?
those text messages
You
and you really
permanently
believe that I did
altered-
that to you on purpose.
I don't believe that you did it on purpose. You handled it poorly afterwards. You didn't hear the sincerity in my voice. You didn't hear the worrisomeness in my voice.
I did, and that's
feel
why
like
I told them to delete it.
Nigga, you would have deleted the whole fucking interview, Adam.
I mean, in retrospect, yes, I wish we did that.
It's all I wish afterwards, nigga.
Well, I can't
had to
predict
talk
the
to my
future, dude.
sister about this shit.
I know, and
My
you know
sister
how
has
much that
nothing-
bothers me?
My sister has nothing to do with any of this shit, bro.
I agree.
She had to call me because my other family members was worried that I was gonna fucking commit suicide, Adam. You're a fucking piece of shit, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. It don't matter
about if you did the shit on purpose or not. You keep trying to clear your name. You keep trying to put the shit on other people. You're so fucking pussy. Bro.
But how can I
You're
sit
so
here?
pussy. You couldn't sit here and talk to me like this last week. I've worked with you for 7 years. You have never canceled anything.
I can go back to the text right now. I asked you to come in and talk to me.
After I was already on the way and
I
turned
know
around and all this
I
other
talked to
shit,
you.
bro.
You said I'm on the way there. I said okay, good, let's talk. And then house phone.
Again.
What did I say? The text message. Me and you agreed to have the conversation one-on-one last week, right?
Bro,
Did we or not?
But Adam, you always have some weird.
But now you're saying I'm pussy when we agreed to that last week, and then you said, "Nah, never mind, I don't want it."
You always have some weird cryptic motives.
What are you talking about?
Where you're trying to isolate me and talk to me one-on-one, nigga. You didn't care about not putting me on blast. You didn't care about not putting me on blast. In general, why the fuck would I give you the same courtesy to come talk to you before the show? Nigga,
but we were supposed to do the show live together.
Yeah, we do the show live every Tuesday.
I know, and that's what we were supposed to do. And then you said, I actually don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it.
Nigga, because I knew you had already canceled the show. I was playing stupid with your dumb ass.
But then me and you agreed to do the show together. Like, literally, I can read the whole fucking text messages right now.
Read whatever you want, Adam, at the end of the day.
I mean, I will gladly post it if they want, but...
You canceled the show
because I thought you weren't coming in, and I didn't think it was right that we do the podcast without you.
When the fuck did you ever feel like that before?
But that was the motivation,
When did you ever feel like that before, Adam?
There was never a situation like this with you before where we had this much of a thing that was floating in the air that we hadn't discussed.
I think we should let Phone just get his feelings out.
Yeah,
you know
let him
I definitely want to get his feelings off, but I have to correct the record when he's saying stuff that isn't true about me.
Let him get his shit off.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
respond.
I mean,
Let him
if I
get
haven't
shit
let
off.
him
His
get his
shit-
shit off,
What did I
then...
say? What did I say that wasn't true?
His life has been permanently altered. Can't nobody tell this man how to feel. Regardless of whatever the fuck you think he's saying right now, he has every right to feel the way that he feels right now. Let him pop his shit.
And that's what I was about to say earlier is like you don't have to get too specific, but the shit that you've been going through.
Man, let Cuz talk. Let him do. Let Cuz get his shit off.
Period. This nigga, like, I'm not even like surprised about even the way you're reacting right now, bro. You've been like this, bro. You want to look like the good guy. You want to look like you cared so much. You wanted to edit it, but that's just not the truth, bro.
I mean, but we have everybody in this office can confirm that is how that was supposed to go.
It's not. Do you hear how you keep saying shoulda, coulda, woulda?
I'm talking about what actually
supposed
happened.
to.
I know how bad
No, you're
it is
not
that
talking
it
about-
happened.
you're
I'm
not
talking
talking-
about the fact
you're
that we
not talking about what
tried to make it not happen.
It don't matter about what the fuck you tried to do, Adam. It's about what happened, bro.
And yeah.
And then let's move forward to that bullshit ass apology you gave when you're on the fucking news. You're talking about, yeah, he's been going through the mom shit. He's been going through the health shit. You're talking about the person that fucking raised me, that birthed me, my best friend that died. Oh, he's been going through the mom shit.
But are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're
I fucking
disrespectful as fuck.
I paid for the fucking
First of all-
funeral as soon
first
as
of
it
all-
happened just because.
Damn, bruh. Like, this whole situation is crazy. Like, I think this conversation should have been had behind the scenes, but I also understand why it was done on a public platform, considering Adam did what he did on a public platform. So House Phone felt that it was only right that that's how this conversation was to be had. And like, it's kind of disgusting of Adam to pimp his homie for views, as he said. He used him for views, and then, like, with the whole, like, sister calling and, a family worried that he's gonna commit suicide is like damn, like, Adam, like, that right there should, like, let you know that, like, dog, like, what you did was foul, and, like, you should be apologizing. You shouldn't be, like, saying, like, oh, you don't know how this affected me, or you don't know this, or you don't know that. Like, just take accountability for your actions. You was a shitty person. Like, you allowed a person to come in and expose this person and essentially, like, ruin ruin the rest of his life. Because I was kind of trying to think, like, is that a good point to be made? But yeah, it is, because no matter what, when there's someone that goes out there and meets him or and whatnot, they're gonna possibly remember, well, what about, oh, this is House Phone who had, intercourse with a trans, or, certain people may treat him a certain way because of that situation, and it's like you alter that man's life, and you owe him nothing but an apology. There should be no excuses for anything, and it's pretty sad that Adam is having a shit ton of excuses. So, as for the fight, I feel it's now as for house phone, getting up and throwing. I don't know if it was a drink, it was a bag of food, or whatever it was. I understand, because when you lose a parent, you have it's just something that's like, it's like a trigger it's like a trigger within the person of that. If you bring up that person's mother as like in the manner of, oh, like, I know he's going through his mom's shit and he has his health shit, like, when you say shit afterwards, it kind of like, it has a connotation of like, you don't really care. It's just like, yeah, that's it, that's going on, and yeah, that's going on as well. So when he added that's, I can see that's what triggered house phone, and I understand, because when I lost my parents, I was once like that with certain people in my life, and I regret it today, because I realize now that I reacted off of instant emotion, but it's just something that happens. Like you kind of feel like, yo, like, don't bring them within this, like this, like, you just feel like keep them out of it, and you get real defensive. So I understand why house phone reacted like that. So it is what it is. I'm not sure if these guys are gonna be able to get over this. This was pretty intense. I didn't expect for this to happen between these two gentlemen, at least in the No Jumper universe. But shit happens, and people get into it. But with that being said, if y'all gotta agree to disagree, go ahead and drop a comment. We can get to conversation about whatever point you feel that I made you don't agree with, or you do agree with, whatever it may be. Go ahead, drop a comment, hit a like, and make sure you hit that sub button for the one time. Peace.